up, everybody? It's DJ Lily Jade here, live, 95.9 FM WOVU. And I'm here with the one and only history maker, trailblazer, but is now also an author. Everybody, please give it up for Mrs. Jayne Kennedy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're a blessing, sweetheart. I love you. I love your work. I'm familiar with you. I support everything that you do. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Welcome back to Cleveland.
Yes,
How's
absolutely.
it feel to be home?
Absolutely. It feels great to be home. Feels great to be home. I still have family here, and some of my friends from my high school were in attendance at the event that I did tonight. My sister's here tonight. My daughter flew in from California. She's here with me tonight. So it's really family vibe. And next week we're getting together at what's it called on the Flats? Music Box, Supper Club on the Flats. And we'll be doing a celebration. There'll be a lot of my friends there. So that'll be great.
That's great.
Thank you.
And now I gotta ask, your friends that are not from the Cleveland area, and they come in and they're like, oh, I'm hungry. Where are we gonna go out to eat? Where are you taking them?
Fat Burger. No, let me change that. There's a place in Los Angeles that is now my new, and it's called Habit Burger. It's dynamite. Dynamite. What do you get? What's your favorite food?
You got me right there. You really got me right there.
You know, I'm going to take this off because it's scratching in the I can hear it scratching in the microphone. I don't want it to mess up our dialogue. Okay, go.
I really like pizza.
Yes, but it has to be an everything pizza.
What's an everything pizza?
Everything on it, except
everything.
olives. Yeah, I like everything on it.
You don't like olives?
I don't like olives. I don't like
Really?
olives.
I love olives.
Not me. Have you ever had pig's feet?
No. What's that?
Pig's feet. My dad used to. My dad used to eat it, and they would actually package it in a jar and sell it in the market. But my dad would eat that all the time when I was a kid, and I swear that I would never in life ever eat pig's feet.
That doesn't sound like something that I would eat either.
I don't think so.
But I wrote my book when I was just 7 called From the Booth. And speaking of that, here you go.
Nice. Oh, you're giving me a copy?
Right there, yeah.
Wonderful. Did you sign it for me?
Yes, it's signed.
Yes, you did. Ah, to Miss Jayne Kennedy. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm going to put it in my library.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And I gotta ask, what inspired you to write the book Plain Jane?
Well, it's my life story, and I knew that one day I would be able to tell it. But I wanted to tell my story. There have been so many other people writing about who I am and what I've done and what I've thought, and they don't know, so I had to tell my story in my own voice. And then when Audible came along and wanted me to do the recording, it was the first time I actually told it in my own voice. So we're having, the book being written, and then it's available on Audible, and it's available on Amazon. It's available on all of the stores. We can go online and find Jayne Kennedy under all of the platforms. It's in my Instagram account, so you can just go there and find all of the links.
That's perfect.
But it's a special book for me. It was necessary for me to come to a realization of who I actually was, my core values. I don't know if that's important to you at only 11, but at some point in life, you're going to come to a time when you want to know, who are you? Like you can say easily, well, I'm a fun girl. I like to read. I like to do this. I like to write. I like to interview people. I had all of those thoughts that I had. But when you come to it after a lifelong lived, you get to a point where you have to say, well, I've done all of these things, but who am I really? And so that's what I had to find out.
That's a great meaning right there.
Thank you.
Now, with that book, what would little Jane, like as a kid, would she believe that she's really doing what she accomplished right now?
Well, I can give you a quote from my aunt. In the very beginning chapter of the book, I start out with my Aunt Pearl, who is my mom's sister. And I called her one day just to get some background information. And she says, Jane, she says, you used to always tell everybody you were going to grow up and be a movie star. She said you had rhinestone glasses that had the pointy tails on it, like cat eye glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, and you would dance around the yard. She said, but we called it prancing. You would prance around the yard. And she said, and everybody would say, Jane, stop doing that. And I tell her, no, I'm going to be a movie star. And I had little shorts that had palm trees on it. I said, I'm going to be a movie star. And she said, you're not going to do that. And so Grandma looked up, my grandma, my mom's mom, Grandma Lois said, let Fancy Prancy be a movie star if she wants to. If she wants to dream big, let her dream big. And that's what I did.
That's amazing. That's some good advice right there.
Yep.
That's some really good advice.
Fancy Prancy. I never thought of myself as
Fancy Prancy.
But that's what my aunt told me.
That's perfect.
It's fun to do research, you know, when you get older and you forget about things in your life. And finally somebody asks you a question, you go, I don't know, you know, and so then you start doing research and you find so much more about yourself.
Now, there are a lot of young girls that are still trying to find themselves.
Yes.
What advice would you give to young girls that, like me, are trying to find their voice?
Never give up. Because sometimes you get exhausted and sometimes you say, oh, I'm not getting anywhere. This is ridiculous. I'm going to go out and have fun or whatever, you know, is their excuse. But you never give up. And I think that's the kind of person you are. I think that's the kind of person that you want to be in terms of always reaching to, you know, to do more, to make more of yourself, to reach farther and beyond anything that, I mean, you're 11 years old. What other 11-year-old would be doing what you're doing right now? I mean, maybe you can tell me, but I don't know of one. So, you know, the way that and you started this at what age?
5.
5. So, I mean, you know, I've heard of people learning music at 5, but I've never heard of anybody doing this, what you're doing now in terms of being on air and having your own show. I mean, that's huge. So, I mean, you know, I remember you mentioned something about Michael Jackson earlier. He did that, and it took him to the sky and beyond. So you've got a lot to look forward to.
Thank you. Once again, I'm here with the author, Mrs. Jayne Kennedy. But...
Oh, there's a but.
Mrs. Jayne.
Yes, ma'am.
You were a pioneer in sports broadcasting at the time when women, especially people of color, weren't always welcome.
Very true.
How did you stay confident and strong in those moments?
I believed in myself. My parents taught me to never, ever give up and to always believe in myself. The day that I left Cleveland, Ohio, I thought my mom was going to, you know, like be in tears. And I told her that I was 18 and I was moving to California to start a career in Hollywood. And she told me, she said, Jane, you were meant to be something better, and it's not here. You just go for it. She said, you were meant to do this, and only just remember one thing. She said, God. The only person you have to answer to is God. She said, but you can do everything that you want to do. And I've tried, people have told me no all along the way. But I got my first job in Hollywood after only being there in 2 months.
Oh.
In 2 months.
That's
my
big.
second job came 2 weeks later, and then my third job came 1 week after that.
Wow.
And all of them were jobs that I didn't look for. But that I was open and I was strong and I believed in myself.
Open for an opportunity.
Open for any opportunity that came my way.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Jayne Kennedy. It's been an honor talking with you today. Your story reminds us that being ourselves, plain or not, is always has potential.
Yes, it does. I have a feeling that you're not plain. See that smile. Can I give you a hug?
Of course.
Okay. Oh my God. I wish you all the best in everything you do. You're absolutely amazing.
And to all my listeners, keep dreaming, keep reading, and keep shining. You know where your story might take you. This is your girl, DJ Lily J, signing out. Peace.
Peace.
Outstanding.